Number 2 on this assignment is about positive externalities. So one kind of textbook example of a positive externality has to do with bees. So for example, you might have a beekeeper who's raising bees to collect their honey. If that beekeeper is located next to an orchard, the bees provide this positive externality of going around and pollinating the fruit trees and therefore creating more fruit that was possible without the bees. So whereas a negative externality is a spillover cost, a positive externality is a spillover benefit. So let's draw the graph kind of similar to what we did for the negative externality. On the vertical axis we have price per unit, on the horizontal axis we have quantity. So this might be like quantity of bees, for example. And what we've been looking at all quarter is our demand and supply. And our demand is actually like our private marginal benefit. How much benefit do we get by raising one more bee? And our supply is actually our private marginal cost. What's the cost of raising one more bee? Or the next bee, for example. So looking where these intersect, this is of course our equilibrium. So here's our market quantity, and here's our market, price. Market price, market quantity. Now in the case of a positive externality, a spillover benefit, we're going to see that actually the benefit to society is greater than the benefit to that individual, to any one individual. So instead of this being the benefit, this is the benefit for the individual, the benefit to society is going to be higher. There's going to be a higher marginal social benefit. A higher marginal social benefit. Marginal social benefit curve. So the benefit to society is greater than the benefit to the individual because there's this spillover benefit or positive externality. Looking at this new intersection, we have our optimal quantity here and our optimal price here. And what we're going to see is that the socially optimal quantity in this case is greater than the market quantity. So we should be here if we're behaving optimally, but the market is going to stop us here. Okay, why is this a market failure? The market is not leading to an efficient outcome. It's an inefficient outcome in the market. And we can see that on the graph by saying, okay, instead of coming to this optimal quantity, where the benefit to society exactly equals the cost, we stopped short. We stopped over here. And for all these ranges where the market didn't keep going, the market stopped here instead of moving to this optimal quantity, the benefit to society was greater than the cost, but we didn't have, these are missed opportunities. We didn't take advantage of those mutually beneficial transactions. Therefore, this is the area of deadweight loss because of the market failure. So the similarities between positive externality and a public good. So with a positive externality, it's very similar to a public good. In both cases, just like above, with a positive externality, the marginal social benefit is greater than the marginal benefit to any one individual, and therefore the optimal quantity is greater than the market quantity, and there's going to be some deadweight loss. So very similar between positive externalities and public good, and kind of in contrast, you can see the negative externality is very similar to the common resource.